product. For you see, people will not buy from you if they do not know your product. True. You could take a longer time publicizing, but the magnitude of whatever it is that you're doing pays off for even a longer period. Because you could close a sale, you could close a sale with someone who was desperate and needed your product. But then tomorrow, what happens to the millions that do not know about your product? So yes, of course it's important to close the deal because you need the money to close the deal. But I think the most important thing here should be a long-term strategy to continue a stream of, income coming through.
If you can trace back a little bit in your first time, your first years of marketing, how did you feel when you've closed your first deal, or how did you feel when you know you've succeeded at what you've been chasing for?
Oh, it was exciting. Of course, it was exciting. About years ago, I started a business. It was a magazine, and I really wanted to do the magazine. It was a food magazine. I was excited about it, and I would go to restaurants because that was the first. For me, that was the easiest way to do sales because it was a food magazine. I needed to feature restaurants. And I will not lie to you, Joram, I moved in this Kampala. You know how they say that sales where your shoes go off? Yeah. I was passionate about it, but I really worked. And so I vividly remember there was a restaurant on Ginger Road. I think it was called Istanbul. It's no longer there. And I found this Turkish man. And I went in with my copy of the magazine that I'd done before, and I told him, Mr. Ali, I still remember his name, imagine. And I tell him, so my name is Winnie. This is a magazine that I own. It's a food magazine. We want to feature, different restaurants, to reach out to food enthusiasts, foodies, people that
but you're still looking for the market. And also, from a perspective, I would want to know, in sales, in institutions, are these people paid according to their sales, or if you've worked for an institution before, how has it been? Are you on a payroll, or it is the sales that pay?
It really depends on the business, because my first job was commission, purely commission.
So what you bring is
what you bring. But you see, in sales, many, if you ask a typical salesperson, they prefer commission because the money is in commissions. You see, there's a retainer that some give you, because some places aren't industries, but I surely know that some companies will give you a retainer, which is very minimal.
Yes.
And then, of course, they have to give you the transport allowance, communication allowance to reach the target market. And then they'll give you a commission of, you've seen that this very common with insurance companies, where they get their commissions of a sale. So it really depends. Sometimes it's hybrid for some, sometimes it's purely commission, but the sales people, the people that are passionate about sales and those that know their stuff always go for the commissions, because that's where the money is.
But I think commission is better. Imagine getting a 10% or a 20% of your sale, and you've secured a deal of around 30, 50, 100 million. I think that is where people get these huge deals.
But by the time you get it and close it, my dear,
it would cost you like months and months.
It's going to cost you. But you see, that's the beauty about sales. There's a reward for your hard work. And you see, sales is a numbers game. You can't lie. You will tell us you're going to the field every day, and guess what? At the end of the month, at the end of 2 months, at the end of the quarter, no results. You cannot lie. Sales is a numbers game.
All right. The numbers never lie, and so is with social media. Now, after the break, we're going to discuss how best you can increase your sales or grow your sales in post-COVID. And then also, what are those attributes that a salesperson or a marketing person should possess? Good morning. This is SMB.